Hello and namaste to everyone. So in my last video for arithmetic progression, I have explained to you how we have derived the formula for the sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic progression. Today in this video, I am going to discuss few examples based on this formula. So let's start with example 11 of chapter 5, arithmetic progression, class 10, NCERT CPSE textbook on page 109. Chapter 5, page 109, example 11. Find the sum of the first 22 terms of the AP, 8, 3 and minus 2. So basically they are saying there is a series 8, 3, minus 2 and I have to find the sum of first 22 terms. We know sum of first n terms is equals to n upon 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Right? Whereas the first term, d is the common difference and n is the number of terms for which you want to find out the sum. So for how many terms I want to find out the sum? For 22 terms. So s of 22 is going to be equal to 22 upon 2. Right? I am just putting the value of n as 22 in this formula. 2a plus 22 minus 1 into d. This will get cancelled. 11 will come here. So s22 becomes 11 2a. 22 minus 1 is 21. So 2a plus 21d. Right? So s of 22 for this series, that is sum of first 22 terms for this series, 8, 3 and minus 2 is equals to what? 11 2a plus 21 d. Right? What is the a here? The first term for the series is 8. What is the common difference here? It will be a2 minus a1. That is 3 minus 8, which is equals to minus 5. Right? So s of 22 is going to equal to 11 into 2a. That is 2 into 8 plus 21 into minus 5. 2 into 8 is what? 16. That is 11. 16 plus 21 into 5 is what? 105. Why minus sign here? I hope you have understood because I am multiplying it with minus 5. So 105 minus 16 is equal to what? 89. Right? 105 minus 16. Why am I saying this? Because it is plus 16 and minus 105. So 16 minus 100 and if 105 minus 16 is equal to 89, then 16 minus 105 is going to be equal to what? Minus 89. So 11 into minus 89. Right? This is what it is going to be equal to. 11 into minus 89. And 11 into minus 89 is equal to nothing but 979. That is 11 into minus 89 is equal to minus 979. So very important observation which we can have from here, that it is not necessary that sum of an arithmetic progression is going to be positive only. The sum of arithmetic progression can also be negative. Why sum of an arithmetic progression can also be negative? See, because the common difference in this case is negative. So if the common difference is negative, then the sum of those, that series can be positive, 0 or negative, depending on how many number of terms we are taking for calculating the sum. I hope this question is clear to you. Let's move on to next example, that is example 12. sum of first 14 terms of an AP is 1050 and its first term is 10. Find the 20th term. What is given to us? Sum of first 14 terms is 1050, right? 1050. First term is 10, and what I need to find out? I need to find out the 20th term, that is 820, right? Because the nth term of an AP is equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. So 820th will be equal to what? Right? A plus 19d. How? Because an is equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. We put n as 20 and we get 820 as a plus 19d. So this is what we have to find out. Sum of 14 terms is given to you. Sn is equals to n upon 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Right? So sum of first 14 terms is equals to 14 upon 2. 2a plus n minus 1 into d, that is 2a plus 14 minus 1 into d, right? So S of 14 is equal to 2 sevens are, right? 7, 2n plus 13d, sorry 2a plus 13d. Now what is the value of a here? Value of a is 10 because it is already given in the question that the first term is equal to 10. Let me just erase this. Right? What is the sum of first 14 terms? 1050 given to us. Putting it in this equation. First term is 10, so 2 into 10 is 20 plus 13d. 1050 divided by 7 is equals to 2a plus 13d. Right? 7 ones are 7 and 3 5. So 7 5s are 35 and 0. So 150 is equals to 20 plus 13d. 150 is equals to 20 plus 13d. 150 minus 20 is equals to 13d. That is 130 is equals to 13d. That is 130 divided by 13 is equals to d, which gives me common difference as what? 10. Now I have the value of d, that is equal to 10. Now 820 is equals to what? A plus 19d. Right? Value of A is 10 given in the question. D is 10 as calculated by us. So 19 into 10. That gives me 820 as 10 plus 190. That is equals to 200. So 820 or 20th term of this arithmetic progression is equal to what? 200. Okay. So this is how we have used both the formulas, that is sum of first n terms of an AP and the nth term of an AP, that is an is equals to a plus n minus 1 into d in this question. So this question is important for you because this is the first question where we have used both the formula together to find out the common difference and the 20th term. Let's move on to next example, that is example 13. How many terms of the AP? 24, 21, 18 must be taken so that their sum is 78. So there is an arithmetic progression 24, 21 and 18, so on. And they are asking how many terms should be taken so that the sum becomes 78. Okay? Now, let us assume that we take n terms of this arithmetic progression to make the sum as 78. So this is what I am saying. Let us assume that the sum of first n terms of this arithmetic progression be 78. So Sn is equal to 78. Right? What is the first term here? 24. What is the common difference? A2 minus A1, that is 21 minus 24, which is equal to minus 3. So A is equal to 24 and D is equals to minus 3, right? And Sn is equals to 78. What is the formula for Sn? Sn is equals to n upon 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into b, right? Now n is what we have to find out because we have assumed that the sum of first n terms of this arithmetic progression is 78. So the value of Sn is equal to 78 equals to n upon 2. Which is our first term? 24. So 2 into 24 plus n minus 1 into d, that is n minus 1 into minus 3, right? So 78 is equals to n upon 2. 24 into 2 is what? 48. Minus 3 multiplied by n becomes minus 3n. Minus 3 into minus 1 is plus 3. Okay? Let's solve this equation. (48) plus 3 is what? 51. So this becomes 51 minus 3n. Okay? Let's take this 2 to this side. 78 plus 78, 8 is 16 and 156. So 156, because I am multiplying this 2 with 78 is equals to n 51 minus 3n. So 156 is equals to 51n minus 3n square. Right? Let's take this here. Let's move all the terms to left hand side. 156, this plus 51n when it comes to this side becomes minus 51n. Minus 3n square comes to this side becomes plus 3n square is equal to 0. Can I take 3 common out of it? Yes, I can. If I take 3 common out of it, let me write this equation as 3n square minus 51n plus 156 is equals to 0. I take 3 common out here, this becomes n square minus 17n, right? Plus 52 equal to 0, right? This becomes 52. Now see, n square minus 17n plus 52 is equals to what? 0.3, because this is multiplied here. When it goes there, it goes in division. And 0.3 is equal to what? 0. So what is our final equation which we have? The final equations become n square minus 17n plus 52 is equals to 0. factors, that is 13 and 4. Like if I calculate the factors for 52, it becomes 2 2s are 4, right? 2 2s are 4 and 1 and 2, 26 and 2, 13s are, so 13, 13, 1. So what are the factors of 52? Factors for 52 is 2 into 2 into 13. How I can make minus 17 with the help of it? If I multiply minus 4 into minus 13, right? Minus 4 into minus 13, I am definitely going to get what? Plus 52. And if I minus, like if I add minus 4 and minus 13, I am definitely going to get minus 17. So let's break this in this manner. So this becomes n square minus 4n minus 13n plus 52 equals to 0. Now see, let's take the first two terms. I can take n common from here and the bracket will give me n minus 4, right? Now let's look at these two terms. If I take minus 13 as common, then again I will get in the bracket as n minus 4 equal to 0, right? So this is n minus 4, this is also n minus 4. If I take this whole n minus 4 as common, will I get it like this? N minus 4 into n minus 13, right? I will get this like this. If I take whole n minus 4 out, I will get n minus 4 into n minus 13. Now, when is this equal to 0? Only when n minus 4 is going to be equal to 0 and n minus 13 is also going to be equal to 0. So, if n minus 4 has to be equal to 0, then clearly n will be equal to 4. And if n minus 13 has to be equal to 0, clearly n will be equal to what? 13. So just look at this question. We are getting two values of n here. The first value of n we are getting is 4 and the second value of n we are getting is 13. So according to this question, if you are going to add the sum of first 4 terms of this arithmetic progression, what was our arithmetic progression? This is an important concept and you should understand this concept here. N is 4 and N is 13. And you have to write both these answers in your exams. If you are going to write only one answer in your exam, then examiner is going to deduct your marks. Or even in competitive exam, you most likely you will get one answer and you are going to end up doing the correcting, you are going to end up writing the incorrect option. So n is equal to 4 and n is equal to 13. Why? See, because the arithmetic progression is 24, 21 and 18. So I can clearly see that the common difference is negative, that is minus 3. So when you are going to add the first 4 terms, then also it is going to give you sum as 78. And when you are going to add the first 13 terms, then also it is going to give you sum as 78. Why? Because in between series, there will be some negative terms. Why there will be negative terms? Because the common difference for the series is negative. So in the middle of series, there are going to be some negative terms. And as there are going to be some negative terms in this series, so while adding all those terms, few of them are going to get cancelled with one another, right? So if I am going to add first 4 terms, I am just adding the 4 positive terms of the series, which will give me sum as 78. But when I am going to add the sum, when I am going to add first 13 terms, then in the middle of series, I am definitely going to have some negative terms which are going to cancel out each other, and therefore the sum of first 13 terms is also going to be equal to what? 78. So this is a very important concept which you should understand in these kind of questions, that the sum of arithmetic progression can be negative, can be positive, or it can be 0. Apart from that, the sum of first 4 terms and sum of first 13 terms in this kind of series are going to be same. Like in this series, the sum of first 4 terms and sum of first 13 terms are going to be same. In some other series, it is possible that we have 2 values of n for the same amount of sum. So I hope this concept is very clear to you. An amazing concept and a very important concept from examination point of view. So I hope this question is clear to you. If you have any doubts, please mention it in comment section, and if you have liked this video, please click on the like button. Also do subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you.